Okay, friends, welcome back. This is the final song I have to share with you for this segment of the Stories and Songs series. We have made it to the title track of my latest project, Living the Dream. This is probably the most personal song on the record for me. And it's a quirky song. There's no chorus. It doesn't follow a traditional song format. It was really one of those songs that almost started more like a journal entry, and because I'm a songwriter, had music along with it. And I love how it turned out. I love weird songs. I call them songwriter songs. They're non-traditional, but they have something very important to say. And I feel like this was a story that needed to be told. For me, it's something I need to hear for myself, but also I get this question every time I play a gig. And this song started with this question. So pretty much every time I play somewhere, whether it's at a beach bar or a house concert, any small to medium-sized gig, somebody will, with the best of intentions, come up to me afterwards and say, "What are you doing here?" And what they mean is, "Oh my gosh, the show was so good. You're so talented. You should be on the Grammys. We love it. This is so amazing. How can you possibly be playing in this little hotel?" And I know they mean it as a compliment, but in my heart, these like alarms go off and I get so self-conscious, and it makes me feel like what they mean is, why have you made the decisions you've made? Why isn't your career for farther? Why are you still here? What have you done wrong? And I know they don't mean what have you done wrong. They mean, I think you're awesome. But my insecurities interpret it that way. And I was really struggling with that because it happens all the time. And I think from the outside, people just don't know what music can look like. I love the term middle-class musician. There are so many people who are making a living doing music, who have fabulous lives who you have never heard of. There are way more of those people than the 1% who are on the radio, who are at the CMA Awards or the Grammys or whatever it may be. And, I always get the question, like, have you done American Idol? Have you done The Voice? I have. I've been called by the producers of those shows and personally invited to audition, and made it through several rounds of auditions for both, and been on TV for a very, very short amount of time where you may have seen me. But it didn't change my life. There's a ton of people who do it. I didn't get super far. I have had friends who have gone very, very far, and it usually presents some cool opportunities for about a year, and then typically doesn't change their life either. I actually won one of those competitions. I won a show called Nash Next in 2018. It was a nationwide singing competition. I won the whole darn thing in Nashville. I got a record deal with Big Machine Label Group. I did so many of the things you're supposed to do. And it opened a lot of doors for me, and it let me continue my career. But I'm definitely not a household name. I'm very aware of that. But that is okay. And I think the key to success is not, what do your numbers look like? How many awards have you gotten? But are you happy more days than not? What does your typical day look like? And is that what you want most of your typical days to look like? And that's kind of the question that I've asked myself, and how I've made a lot of my decisions over the past handful of years. And those decisions do not lead to fame. I haven't spent countless hours on social media. I haven't booked month-long tours across the country. But I have made music a consistent part of my life. I bring joy to people every time I go play, which is what I've always wanted to do with my work. Make people happy, make this world a little bit brighter, spread a little sunshine everywhere I go. I've built a strong marriage, which is hard to do when you're on the road all the time. I have raised, one baby who is 2, one who is almost here, and created this beautiful family. And real life has always taken precedent over whatever music may or may not become. And there is a part of my heart that longs for not fame, but for as many people to hear my music as possible, because I do think I create something special. I do think it's good. I'm very proud of the music I make, and art is not meant to be made in a vacuum. And of course, you want your art to be shared with as many people as possible. But there are prices to pay for that, monetary and otherwise. And so I am really trying to embrace the life that I do have, the music that I've created, the career that I have built, that I am very proud of and very happy with. I'm thankful for every gig that comes my way. I'm able to make a living as a full-time musician. I think it is astounding that I have never really had another job other than music. That's incredible. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And I have a beautiful family. And that's a lot of what this record is about, loving both of those things and finding the marriage between them. And so I wrote this song after I had one of those hotel gigs, after some guy came up and said, "What are you doing here?" And I'm not sure what I said to him in person, but when I got home, this is what I wrote. And I really thought this was just for me. I never thought I would share it with the world, much less put it on a record, much less make it the title track. But it feels important, and it feels like the most accurate representation of where my heart has been the last few years. So if you have followed this long on the journey, thank you. Thank you for letting me share my heart with you. Thank you for listening to these songs. I hope you have enjoyed this album. If you've only seen these acoustic videos, please go listen to the full recordings. They are beautifully done. My friend Jim Lill produced the project with me. I love working with him. And I hope you love it as much as I do, because it's very special. Again, my name is Jessie Ritter. Thank you for hanging out for the Stories and Songs series. This is Living the Dream. I was playing at a hotel bar last weekend. Had the whole place dancing. Everybody singing. Someone asked if they'd seen me on TV. I said maybe for a minute, but you probably wouldn't remember me. He said, "What are you doing here? Have you been to Music City? Don't you wanna get out of this town? It's time to move on. You know you sing a pretty song. Now don't you have a dream to chase down?" Well, today I woke up, I took a walk in the sun, poured a bit of coffee in my cup. I played with my baby till he took a nap at noon. And then I cleaned the house and wrote a little tune. I put lunch in the oven. It was warm when he woke up. And Daddy came home to share a meal with us. At 4 p.m. I put my makeup on. Drove for an hour or two Tonight I'm singing to you. I'm going home with a check and a full tank of gasoline. I'd say I'm living the dream. Hey, I'd say I'm living the dream. Thank you so much for listening. Now go live your dream.